For 101.7 The Fox, I'm Scott Less. We are live today at the Regency Ballroom. Lucky enough to be here for the CD release and rock show as Five Finger Death Punch kick off their U.S. tour today. And the new CD, War is the Answer, hit stores as well. I'm here with guitar player Zoltan, drummer Jeremy. Thank you guys for joining me today.
Absolutely, man.
This is fantastic. By the way, congratulations. The new CD sounds fantastic.
Thank you. It's awesome. This is our first date on the road.
Yep.
The record comes out today, and we are with you guys.
Big day, big day.
Scott Less.
And it's interesting because there's been so much new with Death Punch. A new CD, a new tour, and a new guitar player. Tell me a little bit about the new player for Five Finger Death
the new
Punch.
guy. So we found him on availablelords.com. You know, he was
We rescued him, man.
he can play guitar like nobody's business. So you know, he was an old friend of the band actually, and he was a really old friend of old as in not old like not old friend. Old friend, it's like we know him for a long time kind of friend, and it was a kind of an obvious choice because we were such a good friends. I played on his solo record actually. Jeremy co-produced his solo record and drummed on it, so it was kind of like he just fit in right in the band. And as I said, he's an abandoned child, so a nice home.
And that must work out pretty well because I think a lot of times you go out looking for a new member, you don't really know the guy's personality, how it's going to fit in, but both you guys already know the guy
we knew.
from past experiences.
So
that's an easy sell.
Absolutely, we knew what we were getting, and Jason's history is kind of like he was like one of these highly coveted kind of LA shredders that he would get hired for the high-paying gigs when you needed a guitar player who can really throw down and somebody who can learn an entire repertoire in 4 hours. Yeah. That's him, you know what I mean? So and when you have somebody like that, and you're gonna know something about these personalities ahead of the time because their job is to know everything completely precisely, right? And fit in any kind of situation. So the guy is like a chameleon. He can fit in anywhere. So besides he was a friend, you know what I mean? Even professionally, if we didn't know him, how cool the dude was, beside that he's a dumpster baby. if we didn't know that how cool he was, he would we would know that he can fit in because he fit in with so many people already, and that's what he does. And now he's home. We get him a little bit of a room to play, you know what I mean? Like we gave him the solos, like, hey, here you go, just shred it up, you know what I mean? So he's happy because he was taken like a full band member, not like okay, God, dude, you have to in the back, in the shadows, you play there, and then when we like you enough, then you can step to like draw a line there, like you can step forward 2 steps. No, it's not that band, we are brothers right away, and it's like he's equal member at the gate. So
You guys just wrapped up a tour of Japan.
Oh,
Tell me a
Yes,
little
we
bit
did.
about your experience,
my God.
Jeremy, of how Japan treated Five Finger Death Punch, or maybe vice versa.
it's more like how will we treated
Fans were incredible, man. Very respectful, very nice, and we went through a couple earthquakes while we were there and escaped
Really?
those. But
Oh yeah, we had a 7-point.
Yeah.
We were on 20-something.
That sounds like a coincidence.
It's pretty funny. We were,
like Death Punch strikes again. There we go.
we were like on a 20-something floor of it's actually, but it was somebody just turned on my rig, but that was the earthquake. But
Power's on.
yeah, it's like, dude, you have to put it on standby. You know what's gonna happen. So basically, what went down is like we were on the 20th floor of this beautiful hotel, and I was actually on the phone with Matt, our bass guitarist, and I was much higher than him in the hotel. I'm like, dude, do you feel that? That's an earthquake. It's like, no, I don't feel anything. And in that moment, like the whole room just jumped like 2 foot.
See the pictures rattling, and you're like, all right, this is happening.
And he's like, okay, I'm gone. And I hear the phone dropping, and he darted out of the hotel room. That's pretty funny. That was pretty cool, actually. But it was very surprising because I'm a big fan of the Japanese culture to begin with. I call like Japanese swords, and I do judo, which is a Japanese traditional martial arts since I was a kid. So I always really wanted to see it. I never been in Japan, and so I didn't really know what to expect. I mean, it was beyond my expectation. As in the beautiful country, you don't see any dirt anywhere. It's like there's not a cigarette butt on the streets. It's super precise. But the audience, you would expect that they're gonna be like, oh, very good, very good. But oh my God, dude! I mean, we saw mosh pits like these guys were like breaking each other's heads off. Oh my God, it was pretty brutal. We were very surprised on that. We had like 15,000 people in that Tokyo show, and like 4 mosh pit was going like nobody's business. And these guys, they're like pretty, they have the stamina, so they can go the entire show. It was just
Amazing.
Yeah.
Because I know we had spoke before you went to Japan, and you were curious if they would really kind of let their hair down and let a
Oh
mosh
my
pit
God,
happen,
dude, it was-
or if you'd be banned for life.
I guess
in Japan.
that the only difference is like, you know, when somebody hits the floor in a mosh pit, somebody else gonna scream Ippon! You know, that's I guess that's the only difference. Like, you know, they score it like, that was good. You know. But I guess that's the difference. And you know what? The other thing is like actually from the cities we were in, I really loved Osaka. I mean, you know, we moved to Vegas figuring. I mean, I lived in New York, I lived in Hollywood, I lived everywhere in the world pretty much, and I was always searching for that town that's like 24/7. You know what I mean? It's just never sleep. So we moved to Vegas because it's, you know,
Makes
it's
sense, sure.
Vegas, right?
Yeah.
The other town we find is Osaka, man. It's like you go at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, sushi places are open. You know what I mean? There was these little dance groups, like these little girls in all kind of crazy outfits on the corners, dancing around 4 or 5 a.m. So it's like 24/7, and that's definitely one more place we want to set up some camp. Definitely. We
Yeah, I'd
do
like to
that
just
there,
go there
you
and
know.
not play. Just go there and hang out.
Absolutely. It's, we
Just be the tallest one there. Jerry.
definitely. I want to be a shogun.